This is the update on the Apple 4-to-1 stock split. And the lawsuit Apple is suffering from Fortnite after Fortnite got banned from the App Store. And finally the news regarding the newest iPhone. The iPhone 12, or should I say the amazing iPhone 12. A quick disclaimer, this video is not a suggestion to take any action, it's just a news update. Apple stock split will happen on August 31st, 2020. Right after Apple share split announcement, Apple share prices started an upward motion. And a little later, it started having some bumps, maybe regarding the Fortnite lawsuit. Fortnite was banned on the iPhone operating system and Android. Fortnite then started a lawsuit against Apple and Google. The reason for this is that the App Store collects 30% of the sales. And Fortnite started selling characters, new skins, upgrades and products directly from the manufacturer, collecting 100% of all the profit, going around Apple and violating the App Store guidelines. So then Apple and Google banned Fortnite from their platforms. After that, Fortnite started a lawsuit. Personally, I don't know if 30% is too much. But if somebody allows me to use their platform to make money, I know and understand that nobody will work for free. So I guess they do deserve a cut of the profit. I would not partner with somebody if my partner collects all the profit, even though I am helping him make more money. If you enjoy finance news content, please drop a like. If it is your first time here, also subscribe and hit the bell. That is the only way you will get the next video. Also share this video with a friend, it could be of interest to somebody else. And now the iPhone 12 is ready with lots of improvements and innovations. A smaller and thinner phone, but with the same screen size. It seems the best improvements on the iPhone 12 we can't see on the leaked pictures because it's inside the phone, which is the new A14 chipset, which looks set to deliver a multi-generational performance leap. 5G is also standard across the lineup, which will undercut rival prices for the first time in years. With so many upgrades and improvements, all indicates sales will be amazing. Usually I don't change my phone for years, but I was thinking, am I missing out if I don't get this phone? I could not find the official release date, but rumors say it will be released on September or the fall of 2020 this year. On the GameSpot news, Fortnite iOS Android ban and Epic's Apple Google lawsuit explained. Fortnite has been removed from the iOS App Store and Android's Gameplay Store, prompting developer Epic Games to sue Apple and Google. This is huge news, both because of the potential disruption to one of the world's biggest games. Fortnite's new season won't be playable on iOS or Android as of now, and because of the fundamental way in which Epic is trying to disrupt how these mobile app stores operate. Below you can find a full explainer and rundown of everything we know so far. This will continue to receive updates as there are further developments. What happened to Fortnite on iOS and Android? On August 13, Epic rolled out the Fortnite Mega Drop. This consisted of two components. First, the price of V-Bucks, Fortnite's in-game currency used to buy its popular skins, dances and seasonal battle passes, was dropped by 20% on all platforms. This was a straight discount on PC, PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, but in the versions of the game distributed through the iOS App Store and Google Play Store, there are other ways to get the game on Android. It worked a little differently. As part of this price drop, Epic introduced direct payments in Fortnite on mobile. Rather than using Apple or Google's payment processing methods, you could pay Epic directly through the game, bypassing the phone manufacturers entirely. You could still pay the old way, but you'd be paying an existing higher price by doing so. Both Google and Apple take a 30% cut of those sales. They get nothing from players who utilize Epic's new direct payment method, which allows developer to earn 100% of the sell price. Even though Epic is now selling V-Bucks for 20% less than it has previously, it still would be earning 10% more than it does by using Apple and Google's payment processing. All of this set off alarm bells among observers. Bypassing Apple and Google in such a way violates their respective store policies. So the question quickly became, will these companies ban Fortnite from their stores? The answer was soon after revealed to be yes, with Apple pulling Fortnite from the App Store within a few hours. Google followed suit later in the day. The moves by Apple and Google rendered it impossible to download Fortnite through their respective stores, but the game remained somewhat playable under certain circumstances. Those who have downloaded it previously can grab it again, but new players are out of luck. And if you have any doubt there are still new players to attract, know that what is Fortnite remains a popular search term on Google, and that the game's events continue to attract increasingly large numbers of players. This is new to me, and before I continue I was just thinking, if one app decides to go around the platform and collect 100% of the profit, what would prevent everybody else, all the other apps, to say, hey, I don't want to give 30%, I want to use your platform, but I just want to collect all the profit? A coordinated rollout. It's clear that Epic knew exactly what would unfold once it launched direct payments. Almost the instant Fortnite was banned from the App Store, just before 3 p.m. ET, Epic announced a new short would soon be premiering in Fortnite Party Royale, the game's casual, no weapons mode, which is where things like those Christopher Nolan movies were shown. At the time, it seemed like this could just be coincidental, although the name of the short was suspect. 1984 Night. At the same time as this was happening, Epic filed a lawsuit against Apple alleging antitrust violations. The entire filing contains some eye-opening language, and the opening of the preliminary statements in particular is designed to grab the attention of consumers. In 1984, the fledgling Apple computer company released the Macintosh, the first mass-market consumer-friendly home computer. The product launch was announced with a breathtaking advertisement evoking George Orwell's 1984 that cast Apple as a beneficial, revolutionary force breaking IBM's monopoly over the computing technology market. Apple's founder Steve Jobs introduced the first showing of the 1984 advertisement by explaining, "It appears IBM wants it all. Apple is perceived to be the only hope to offer IBM a run for its money. Will Big Blue dominate the entire computer industry, the entire information age?" Was George Orwell right about 1984? Just forward to 2020 and Apple has become what it once railed against. The behemoth seeking to control markets, block competition, and stifle innovation. Apple is bigger, more powerful, more entrenched, and more pernicious than the monopolists of yesteryear. At the market cap of nearly $2 trillion, Apple's size and reach far exceeds that of any technology monopolist in history. Epic feels as if it's arguing its case to the public as much as it's to the court, and that's only clearer when you look at the short that debuted in Fortnite. Free Fortnite, 1984 Night. The 1984 Night short debuted shortly after the ban and lawsuit became public. It was indeed quite short, running less than a minute and looping a classic Apple ad. That commercial featured a dystopian vibe while announcing the launch of the Macintosh in January 1984, declaring that you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984 again, drawing a connection to Orwell just like the lawsuit. Epic's parody offered a play on those words, stating Epic Games has defined the App Store monopoly. In retaliation, Apple is blocking Fortnite from 1 billion devices. Join the fight to stop 2020 from becoming 1984. It includes with a black screen and hashtag Free Fortnite, driving home that it wants player support in putting pressure on Apple. I don't understand why Free Fortnite if it's free just from Apple. It just means the manufacturer is collecting 100% of the profit. In this aspect of the entire ordeal that has proven particularly controversial, a legal fight over money between two massive corporations might be hard to care about, or perhaps you side with Epic due to its argument that it's doing this to help everyone, not just Epic's bottom line, but attempting to weaponize the anger of gamers, particularly younger players who are likely to fall in Fortnite's mobile audience, has rubbed some the wrong way. So why is Epic suing Apple and Google? Epic's lawsuit aren't about Fortnite being removed from the App Store. However, it's clear it deliberately took a step that it knew would result in the game being banned to add fuel to its lawsuit. Instead, it's swing over antitrust violations, arguing that Apple and Google operate monopolies over their respective mobile platforms. Epic is trying to clearly position itself as the good guy in this fight. It says it isn't seeking monetary compensation, nor is it looking for a special exception for Fortnite or Epic as a whole. Instead, it wants to see changes in the way these platforms operate, allowing for alternative payment methods and storefronts that could offer more competitive rates than the 30% cut they take. The suits both call this rate exorbitant, comparing it with the average of 3% that other payment operators take for software sales on, say, a Mac. In this first suit, Epic states that the anti-competitive consequences of Apple's conduct are pervasive, arguing how central mobile devices which are subject to the 30% fee are to people's lives when these devices are unfairly restricted and extortionately taxed by Apple. The consumers who rely on these mobile devices to stay connected in the digital age are directly harmed. In short, Epic is arguing that Apple has put developers in an unfair position, as the only means for selling software on iOS is to use the App Store. Other options for distribution are not allowed. Epic says that it would offer its own competing store were it allowed to do so. Alongside the lawsuit, Epic has its more public-facing statements available on its website. It does not shy away from taking shots at Apple, going so far as to say Apple intentionally sabotages consumer iOS devices to prevent users from installing software directly from developers, as consumers are free to do on PC and Mac. It also notes that direct payments are allowed in certain types of apps, but that games are not allowed to operate in this way. It further points out that it believes the workarounds used by services like Netflix are user-unfriendly, saying Apple prohibits apps like Netflix from even telling customers how to pay to their subscription service outside of the app. Epic wants to give all consumers simple in-app purchasing options free of Apple obstruction. Following Apple's removal of Fortnite from the App Store, it issued the following statement to GameSpot. Today, Epic Games took the unfortunate step of violating the App Store guidelines that are applied equally to every developer and designed to keep the store safe for our users. As a result, their Fortnite app has been removed from the store. Epic enabled a feature in its app which was not reviewed or approved by Apple, and they did so with the express intent of violating the App Store guidelines regarding in-app payments and apply to every developer who sells digital goods or services. Epic has had apps on the App Store for a decade and have benefited from the App Store ecosystem, including its tools, testing, and distribution that Apple provides to all developers. Epic agreed to the App Store terms and guidelines freely, and we're glad they've built such a successful business on the App Store. The fact that their business interests now lead them to push for a special arrangement does not change the fact that these guidelines create a level playing field for all developers and make the store safe for all users. We will make every effort to work with Epic to resolve these violations so they can return Fortnite to the App Store. The lawsuit against Google is similar to the Apple one, starting by bringing up Google's famous "Don't be evil" motto. Epic claims 22 years later, Google has relegated its motto to nearly an afterthought and is using its size to do evil upon competitors, innovators, customers, and users in a slew of markets it has grown to monopolize. This case is about doing the right thing in one important area, the Android mobile ecosystem, where Google unlawfully maintains monopolies in multiple related markets, denying consumers the freedom to enjoy their mobile devices, freedom that Google always promised Android users would have. After Fortnite's removal from the Google Play Store, Google issued the following statement to The Verge: "The open Android ecosystem lets developers distribute apps through multiple app stores. For game developers who choose to use the Play Store, we have consistent policies that are fair to developers and keep the store safe for users. While Fortnite remains available on Android, we can no longer make it available on Play because it violates our policies. However, we welcome the opportunity to continue our discussions with Epic and bring Fortnite back to Google Play." We don't have all day, so let me just skim through these headlines. On the Forbes news, Apple's radical new iPhone suddenly takes shape. iPhone 12 lineup is officially running late and their release is getting increasingly complicated, but stunning new images of Apple's most exciting new models suggest they will be worth the wait. Meticulously created from a flurry of recent design leaks, Vitapol's images show Apple's first truly compact, bezel-less iPhone. How compact? When lined up, the 4.5-inch iPhone 12 will be smaller than a 4.7-inch iPhone SE. Moreover, the renders show the bright color finishes, white, black, green, yellow, purple, and product red introduced with the iPhone 11 will look significantly better on the new design. Yeah, it looks thinner. What Vitapol's images can't show you is arguably the range's most radical upgrade, its new A14 chipset, which looks set to deliver a multi-generational performance leap. 5G is also standard across the lineup, which will undercut rival prices for the first time in years. And the last headline I would like to take a look was the AME info. Apple is about to make history again, $2 trillion valuation in sight. As we scroll down, Apple has continued its meteoric rise despite the COVID-19 pandemic and has nearly catapulted to $2 trillion. Over the 44-year lifespan, Apple has been no stranger to groundbreaking historic achievements, having reached $1.5 trillion valuation just this past June. Apple's current value is a significant achievement. Apple's stock has risen 55.44% so far since the start of the year as of this writing. It is for me a little bit hard to think that every year we need to buy a new iPhone while we already have one in order to make Apple profitable. It kind of seems like a complicated feat to accomplish, but so far they keep on doing it. Everything has a lifetime. After a while we need to replace everything, and the same thing goes for the phone. So Apple keeps on selling, and it seems it will keep on selling. And I don't think anything will change, and if it would, the worst case scenario, I think they would just need to lower price a bit. But Apple products are so good that they barely have any competition. At some point years back, Nokia had 90% of the phone market, but now Apple has that place. Every new iPhone is not just a phone, it has lots of improvements. It has a better processor, a better camera, better operating system, better everything. From my point of view, Apple is on the top of the game. Share your thoughts on the comments down below. It is okay if you agree or if you do not. I do read and reply to all comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have a few other videos coming up on the next screen. Have a wonderful day.